power y and r has the power z. Now class, if we find out the values of the powers x, y, and z, we'll be able to construct a formula. Like if let's say x's value comes out to be 2, just saying, y value comes out to be 3 and z value comes out to be 1. So I can say force is equal to m to the power 2, v to the power 3, and just z. So this becomes a formula. Right, so that's how we have to derive a formula. Now see, derivation that we'll be discussing in the rest of the physics will be different. Like we discussed the derivations of motion in a straight line, right? So those derivations were different. Now, this derivation is derived, means the formula is derived using the concept of dimensional analysis. We don't use a formula for this. We are just using the dimensional analysis, all the MLT that we have studied till the last class. We've completed it. Dimensional formula, first part, we are already done with it. So it says derive the formula of the centripetal force if it depends on mass, velocity, and radius of the path. Now, if that's the case, then we can say, see, whenever in physics you have a proportionality sign, you put an equal to and the constant. Okay, so equal to and constant will be put. And m to the power x, v to the power y, and r to the power z will be written. In fact, I'll just highlight it so that you know what are the powers. This is x, this is y, this is z. Now, what we'll do, we'll write the dimensions of all the things. We have already studied dimensional analysis. Now, yes, formula of the force, dimensional analysis, formula of force. Sana, you weren't there in the last week or just the last class, Sana? Were you absent?
Yes, ma'am.
So just Sunday or both Saturday, Sunday?
Both Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. So, Asana, did you see the recorded lecture or something for this? Have you seen? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
All right. So, do you have the links and all, or do you want us to share the videos with you?
If possible.
Okay. But watch that, Sana. Okay. 2 videos will be shared. Last week we have completed a topic. Anyways, talking about the force. Yes, the other students who were there, what's the dimensional formula of force? Yes, Tahura, you tell me. Dimensional formula of force.
Ma'am, I forgot.
The notes you must have written. At least just see if it from the notes. You'll at least answer and you'll maybe remember it.
Ma'am, I didn't note that.
You didn't note? How?
I was outside, so I wasn't having my books and also.
So you should have at least taken this screenshot, Tahura. And after that, you should have noted it. Means you would have had the screenshots and you could have noted when you were there. Tahura, this shouldn't repeat, okay? At least
Yes,
the
ma'am.
notes should be completed. Okay. In between, also, if you want, see YouTube, on YouTube, all the class lectures are uploaded. If you aren't able to search it by yourself, because lots and lots of videos are there, so just tell the team, I want the video lecture of this day. They'll provide you. There you will find the entire notes of the class. You don't even need any PDF or anything. And not just for Tahura, others also. If by chance the notes are, at least see, in your trial classes, I have told everybody that the notes are most important because they'll have everything. Your NCRT also, your often asked questions also, and the good questions from reference books also. In fact, we do the questions of NCRT exemplar. I'll tell you one thing. We just did a regular class question. This question, which we have been doing in the classes, this question came in this April's J mains paper with a little modification that calculate the ratio of A by B. That's it. So A is there, B is there. Just the ratio of A by B. So see, J main. So you just have to clear your 11th normal regular exams. So at least have the notes properly. Okay. All right, see, for the force, remember it's mass into acceleration. So mass acceleration is LT to the power minus is equal to K is the constant, some constant which you are not aware of and you are not concerned with. Okay, your work is not to write this K. Your K will be this constant. Mass will be written as M. M to the power X. Velocity is L, T to the power minus 1 to the power Y. And radius is L to the power Z. What have we done? We have just inserted the dimensional formula, that's it, of force, of mass, of velocity, of radius. And all these things are already there in the notes. We've already done it in the last week. So if you're getting confused with them, please refer to the video lectures or refer to your notes if you have just a little bit of confusion. Okay, but remember, some quantities I marked 5 quantities. One of them was force, because I know force, one was velocity, one was distance, because these are used often, so your time will also be saved. Now what we do, we compare the left and the right hand sides. Whatever is the total let's do one thing before we compare it. MLT to the power minus 2, let's segregate the powers. X, this gets multiplied to the power 1. So it will be M to the power X. This is the whole complete dimension of the mass from here. Now Y has two quantities, L to the power 1, T to the power minus 1. So you multiply with each of them. This is L to the power Y, T to the power minus Y. L to the power Y, T to the power minus Y. And Z multiplied to 1, that makes it L to the power Z. Okay, this will be L to the power Z. So this is the whole dimension. Now we are going to compare the right and the left hand side. Okay, we'll just compare the right and the left hand side. So here on the left hand side, we have mass whose power is 1, while the mass is here whose power is x. So now we equate. Mass is power, total power is x, total power is 1. It means x is equal to 1. You just compare the left hand side and the right hand side together. Now let's say length. What is the dimension of length here? It is 1. Now, what is the power? What are the dimensions of length here? See, bases are same, powers get added up. So here it is L to the power Y plus Z. Whenever the bases are same, the powers get added up. Now, this whole power of L is equal to this complete power of L, because these are the powers of L. So, and if a formula is given to us, it means it is dimensionally correct. We don't have to check that is it right or wrong. There are certain questions which say you have to show whether the formula is correct or incorrect. Now see, we can say Y plus Z is equal to 1. Now how to solve this further? Let's see what is the value of Z from here. So only time is left. T to the power minus Y is there, and here T to the power minus 2 is there. So what is time here on this side? Minus 2. And what is total time here on the opposite side? It is minus Y. So we can say minus 2 is equal to minus Y. Minus minus sign gets cancelled. Y is equal to 2. Now let's put it here. If Y is equal to 2, Z is equal to 1. So X is equal to 1. So Z should be equal to 1 minus 2. That is minus 1. Now we have all the three values of X, Y, Z. Let's put it. F is equal to K, M to the power X. X is 1, so M to the power 1. V to the power Y square, R to the power minus 1. So we can write our final formula as KMV square divided by R, so that the power becomes positive. Now, you don't have to write the value of K. These the values of K are calculated experimentally and all, so you don't have. First, write it till here, then we'll practice some more questions. And if there's any doubt, please stop me. Okay, let's move to the next one. This is derive the formula of the time period of a pendulum if it depends on the length of the pendulum and acceleration due to gravity. So see, now we'll say time period is depending on what? It is depending on the length of the pendulum and the value of g, acceleration due to gravity. Again, what we'll do, we'll just assume as if this is some x, this is some y. Okay. Next step is to put a constant k and then write whatever values you have, x, y. So see, now we are going to put in the limits, dimensions basically. So time period is t to the power 1. This is constant k. Length is L to the power 1. Okay. And acceleration due to gravity is acceleration only. We have done acceleration due to gravity in motion in a straight line. We know it's acceleration itself. Okay. L t to the power minus 2. Now class, these dimensions, until you practice, you will not understand how I'm writing all these. So for that, basic dimensions should be clear. Okay. And many of you are not giving the assignments. Only few students are there who are regularly giving the assignments. Whether they are able to do the questions or not, at least they are trying. If you score less in your half yearlies or your 11th, remember, not practicing will be a major contribution to it. Not just the assignments, your NCRT regular notes and all. And so you get a full week before we have the next class. So please, class, practice these small things will make your answers and your entire marks affected. You know, students fail in physics a lot in class 11th. 11th is very tough class. First book, kinematics, rotational chapter, these are tough chapters. Rest of the chapters are not so tough, but the problem is that they are very lengthy. As a student of class 11th who are just coming from 10th, where one full book was called as the science book and 3 chapters for physics, 3 for bio, 3 for chemistry, like this it was divided. So that becomes difficult. So you have to practice. So those students who are not giving the assignments, they know who are they. Touch, submitting it, share it. This is the second chapter we are completing. So you have to gear up a little. Let's say the power is x, the power is y. X is multiplied, y is multiplied. So see, t to the power here it is k. L to the power, this will be x. This is L. Now LT, see here, y gets multiplied to 1, this is y. And minus 2 into y is minus 2y. So see, let's compare the LHS and RH. Now here mass is 0, no mass is present. Here also mass is 0, no mass is present. They are equal, nothing. Let's talk about the length. Here the length is 0, but here we do have the length. Two lengths are there, means bases are same, powers will be added up, x plus y. Okay, so we can equate the powers. I can say x plus y is equal to 0. Next is this t is left. So t to the power 1 can be equated with this t to the power minus 2y. I can say 1 is equal to minus 2y, y is equal to minus half. Now x plus y is 0. X minus half is equal to 0. X will be equal to plus half. So what is our formula that we are obtaining? T is equal to k L to the power x, so half. G to the power minus half. What we can do, we can shift g in the denominator, and this can be written as k L by g. See, both have the power half, so we can write it as under root. So this is your complete formula. Tell me, have you all got this?
Ma'am, can you explain one more?
Yes, I'll explain. See, time is directly proportional to length and acceleration due to gravity. This is what the question said. Now you just choose some random alphabets, random variables, alpha, beta, A, B, X, Y, anything. And your task is to find out these powers. Now time you wrote it as t to the power 1 because its dimension is this. What's the complete dimension? Complete dimension is m to the power 0, L to the power 0, t to the power 1. This we studied in dimensional analysis part. So this is the complete formula. Then we put the dimensions of length and acceleration. L to the power t, Lt to the power minus 2. Now x is there, y is there, so we multiplied the powers within. Now here the power is 1. So 1, see when you have powers of powers, they get multiplied. So 1 into x will be x. 1 into y will be y. Minus 2 into y will be minus 2y. So this is how we have written all the powers. Now comes the time where you equate both the LHS and RHS. Here the entire formula is M0, L0, T1. Here the formula is M isn't there. It means ML0. M0, M0, you don't even need that. Though I've just written it. Now L is also 0 here. Here L is x plus y. So L is x plus y. So now what we do, the powers are same because this is the formula. It will have to be dimensionally correct. So 0 is equal to x plus y. That is my first equation I've written. But that doesn't give me the value of x and y. So I'll go further. T to the power 1 is there. Here t to the power minus 2y is there. So their dimensions are same. So what is the power? 1 is equal to minus 2y. So y will be equal to minus half. There was an equation which we left. X plus y is equal to 0. So x minus half is equal. I am just putting the value of y. Y is equal to minus half. So I have just put that value here. X is half. So t is equal to k L to the power half, g to the power minus half because y is minus half. Now, to make this positive, I've pushed it back to the denominator. So when the quantity reciprocates, the sign changes. So this was negative, it will be positive. You can leave it at this step also. Your answer will be marked correct, but we can simplify it further. So that's why I'm trying. Now, anything to the power half is basically root of that quantity. L to the power half, g to the power half. That is root L by root g. And you can write root L by root g as under root L by g. That's what I have written. So this is the formula. Now have you got?
Yes, ma'am.
Please write it. Yes, class, tell me the answers of this question. At least tell the value of x. Okay, yes, class answers. What are your answers? Value of x. Yes, Humaira, Mariam. Answers. Sana, Nabila, Taura. X's value, what it is coming. I have even given the dimensions this time. Yes, anyone? Mariam?
Miss, 1 minute.
Okay, last minute. Others also please answer, not just Mariam. Okay, Mariam. So yes, she has answered, and I think almost the answers are correct. Others also should have at least tried it and answered like one of the values if you've understood. Anyways, even if the wrong answer is there, you should discuss it. So L is given as the length. Okay. So length is equal to k. The speed of light will be lt to the power minus 1 to the power x. Capital G. See all the values also for this question I wrote so that you all could try. It means you have understood nothing. What about other students? Sana, what about you? You were responding before the last class in motion in a straight line. Are you getting this chapter? A little bit because you were absent in the last week.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tahura, you
Yeah.
don't have the notes, so I get it. But see, you have to get the notes and revise this. Otherwise, there's no point of doing this chapter. Humaira, what about you? You were there. Nabiha, you are so active and regular with the assignments also. Why didn't you answer? Humaira, Nabiha, at least you should have tried it.
Yes, ma'am. I got x is equals to 1.
Okay. And Nabiha, you? Anything? See, if you are not confident about any answer and you have done it, okay, so just use the chat box, type it in the chat box. Okay, when you all share your answers in the chat box, that will not be shared with others. Don't share it in the main. Okay, don't share it in the main chat. Yes, Nabiha. Nabiha, you there?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah,
Network
ma'am,
is
I'm here.
okay, Nabiha. Are you able to hear? Any answers?
Ma'am, your voice is cracking a lot.
Is it better now?
Ma'am, I only got.
You
Yeah,
have
ma'am,
only.
it's better. I got x as 3 by 2, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So when you all got the answers, you should have shared. See, now value of x. ml square t to the power minus 1, power is some z. So what we will do, now we will just multiply the powers. So L to the power x, t to the power minus x, n to the power minus y, L to the power 3y, t to the power minus 2y. What am I doing? I'm just multiplying the powers to the main power, power of powers, okay? This is m to the power z, L to the power 2z, t to the power minus z. Now let's compare the sides. Mass from this side, mass from this side. Here no mass is there. So here we have m to the power 0 on the left side. Let's see here. Yeah, here we have two masses. Bases same, power will be added up. So minus y and this is plus z. Okay. So we can say one thing, z minus y is equal to 0. Now let's compare length. Length has the power 1 on this side. Okay. Stop writing, everyone. If anyone's writing, just understand. I'll give you time to copy. Length is 1 here. Now let's look at length. Length is here, here, here. So just add all the powers. X, this is 3y, this is 2z. So now what will my equation be? X plus 3y plus 2z is equal to 0. We will not get answers just through this. We need one more equation. Let's talk about the time. T is 0 here because no time is mentioned. And what do we have from here? Look, minus x is there, minus 2y is there, minus z is there. This is what we get. So we can say minus x minus 2y minus z is equal to 0. At least this step should be correct too, for all of you. Okay, so even if you're not getting it right, practice it till here. You should all be able to do, because rest of it will be the basic maths from class 10th. If it's not very good, so at least you will get the marks, major marks of class 11's part, and calculation mistakes are there, so half mark only can be cut. So till here, don't make errors. Just be very vigilant when you're writing the equations. Now let's solve something. Let's say z minus y is 0. So z is equal to y. So I'll put this value of y here. Okay. This makes this equation as minus x minus 2y minus y as 0. What am I doing? I am just putting the value of y as minus z. Okay, because z and y are equal. I'm replacing, see, wherever I'm seeing z, I'm replacing. This is z, I'm replacing it with y. Here I see a z, I'll replace it with y. So that I get just two equations with two variables. Okay, that will be easier to solve. This makes this equation as minus x minus 3y equal to 0. Okay, and from this equation, first one, x plus 3y plus 2y is equal to 0. That makes it x plus 5y is equal to 0. Two equations, two variables, we'll be able to get the values. Okay, and once the value is there, whatever answer of y you get, that will be the same exact answer for z. Now look, let's add them because x will be cancelled. So when you add them, x will be cancelled. 5 minus 3 gives you 2y, right? Which is still equal to 0 here. No, I have not equated one value. Length is 1. See, this one will be 1. Look class, this is not 0, this is 1. Length was 1. So that makes this equation as x plus 3y plus 2y is equal to 1, not 0. Okay, this will be equal to 1. So we can say x plus 5y is equal to 1. That makes it 2y equal to 1. So y is equal to half. Y is half, so automatically z is half because y and z were equal. Now we are just left to put the values of y. Let's use this equation. We know minus x minus 3y is equal to 0. Let's put the value of y here. Minus x minus 3 into half is equal to 0. So we can say minus x is equal to 3 by 2. So x is equal to minus 3 by 2. So Nabiha, your value was correct. I think just slight error with the powers. Please check. Mariam minus 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2 half half. Yes, perfect Mariam. Good answer. This is how you all have to solve. Now see, when you are writing, others also, once you do the dimensional formula, this won't be tough. It's just, this is the easiest chapter. A student of 9th also, if this is taught, will be able to do, if the dimensional formula is taught. Okay, so don't lose marks in this chapter. Because there are many chapters where you will lose marks because they are lengthy and tough and all. Okay, so here the formula was L is equal to C G, what was it? C capital G H. So formula will be C to the power minus 3 by 2. G, no, capital G was there, gravitational constant. So capital G to the power plus half and H to the power plus half. Both Z and Y were equal, so this becomes the formula. Got it? And that completes with this topic also. Am I clear? Now have you all got those who were having doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about Nabiha and Tahura?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes,
Understood.
ma'am.
Oh, please write it. If there's any difficulty, let me know. Yes, see, you have to put, you can put it in the denominator also. C in the denominator, and you can write this further as C. Vh under root divided by C to the power 3 by 2 for simplification. But even that's what I was saying, even if you write it till this step, it would be correct. Okay. Now, last topic of this chapter, conversion of units. See, this is the last topic, and tomorrow we'll have to start with vectors then. So, Mariam, it would be a sort of revision for you. And Nabiha, we'll start with unit vectors, so that part will be completed because everybody has a different time. Someone is in India, somebody has the school open, somebody is free in the morning, so timings weren't able to match up. I've tried for the past 2 weeks, so the timings weren't able to match. So I'll have to take the vectors class tomorrow. So I'll just try to complete a major portion of vectors tomorrow. If needed, we'll increase the class duration, but we'll have to do that. Okay, so Mariam, I hope it's not a big problem. Yes, Mariam. All right, okay. Okay. See, conversion of units, convert 1 Newton into dyne. So we'll write this as, the formula is N1U1 is equal to N2U2 class. N1 means the number from one system of units, okay, from first system. U1 means first system of units, okay, not units, first system of units. N2 mean number from second system. And U2 means the second system. Now, what is this system and all? See, like you have the SI unit, you have the CGS unit. So one system will be the SI, one system will be the other system will be the CGS unit. So that's how you have to solve this. So it's very easy. What you do, N1 means the number, like 1 Newton into dyne. So you can write this as 1 Newton is equal to dash dyne. Okay. Dyne, you don't know what it is. You have to find out how much dyne it is here. This is the SI system. So this is the N1 means the number 1. This is the SI system. So your first system. N2 is missing here. The number 2 is missing here, what you have to calculate. And dyne is the CGS system. N1U1 is equal to N2U2. But how are you going to use and apply it in case of dimensions? N1 is there, now you write the dimensions instead of the unit. Now Newton is the unit of force. I'll write it as mLT to the power minus 2. 1 I'll put because this is one system of unit. N2 I don't know, it's missing. This will again be mLT to the power minus 2 for the dyne. And we'll put it as 2 to 2. Now what is N1 is already given as 1. So this is 1. M1, now what is N2 equal to? Let's shift this here. M1 by M2. What's the power of the mass? 1. L1, now L2 will go in the denominator. Power is 1. T1 by T2 to the power minus 2 is equal to N2. Got it? I have just written 1 and I have shifted this whole thing in the denominator over here. This in the denominator. Okay? So that's how we've written in 1 and 2. Why? To separate that 1 is from the SI and 2 is from the CGS unit. Now in our SI system, mass is written as 1 kg. While in the CGS, it is written as 1 grams. So you're going to put it like this. Length is written as 1 meter in SI. Length is written as 1 centimeter in the CGS. While time is written as 1 second, 1 second in. Now, how do we know this? We have already discussed this when we did the fundamental quantities, the whole table we made. in this chapter. In the beginning only, I have discussed this with you. So I'm saying it again. If anyone's having trouble with this part, please refer to both the videos who have missed the classes. Now what we do, we convert it into the same unit. Means 1 kg can be written as 1000 grams because I just want a number. I don't want the units. So I have to cancel them. So we know 1 kg is 1000 grams. So I've written it as 1000 grams. Power is 1. 1 meter is 100 centimeter divided by 1 centimeter. Power is 1. 1 second by 1 second to the power minus 2 is there, is equal to N2. Look, 1 to the power minus 2, 1 to the power minus 2 will be cancelled. Gram, gram will be cancelled. Centimeter, centimeter will be cancelled. What is N2 equal to? That is 10 to the power 5, right? Here 1000. Okay. So we can say finally 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne without actually using the mathematics part, by just using the dimensions. Please note down this, and if there's any trouble with any step, just let me know that step. I'll repeat it for you. Okay. And tomorrow we'll discuss vectors. Please write it, class. All right, class. So the time is up. I hope you've written. All those who have written, you can leave. Tomorrow we'll start with the next chapter now. Okay, new chapter. All right. Thank you, class. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye, Miss. Thank you.